let's say bar Mbappe, even bar Haaland, or even like include them, is Sancho the best young player in the world?
It's hard.
I think
It's hard.
Top
I
five,
think
yeah.
it's hard. I think it's hard.
It's hard.
I do think that
There's so much
like
talent, man.
if you're comparing him and Haaland, I know I said it earlier. Like I'm always taking Sancho over Haaland because he brings goals, but he also brings creativity, and he also brings like a lot of consistency as well. This is like his third straight season now, potentially a 20 and 20, or close to 40 goals and assists in a season, and he's still extremely young, and he just brings like. He's like a street baller, he's like something you don't really see too much anymore. He's like a pure winger that can like create, like if you're a defender, like you're probably scared to have to go and defend him, right? Not that you wouldn't be scared to defend Haaland and Mbappe, but like, I definitely think like, I don't know how people weren't including him in the conversation with the other two before, but I think that there's no question that like
But they're not even including him on the England starting lineup.
Those guys are bananas though. But like I think if you're comparing young talents, like you're comparing four players. Right now, you're probably comparing Haaland, Mbappe, Sancho, and you're comparing Foden potentially as well because of how well he's played at the highest level. And then, like bar injuries, like a player like Fati, that would probably be like your top 5 in terms of young talents, right? But unfortunately, for his injuries, right, it obviously makes like a big thing. But I definitely think like there's no reason you're not including him in your conversation.
I agree.
Like I don't know. I see some people say, "Oh, Bundesliga tax," but then why are you including Haaland? And it's like. It like some of these fans, like they literally make no sense. They'll say things like, "Oh, do it in the Prem," or Bundesliga tax, or Bundesliga is a farmers league. Then they'll go sucking off Lewandowski, or they'll go sucking off Thomas Muller. Like some of these fans that they don't think when they talk.
Yeah, no.
True, it's true.
I gotta say, if England don't, first of all, they gotta select him. I don't know what these pundits are saying.
No, when it comes down to it, the roster is much larger now. Because of this whole COVID shit. So if he does not, he is. You can't say he does not. He's in the squad.
If he's not in the starting lineup,
that's the thing. If he's not in the starting lineup,
trouble.
That's the question.
If he's not 100%. In the starting lineup, England will regret that.
Bro, if he doesn't get called up, bro, this man needs to get filing for his German passport, bro.
For real. But like he needs to be in the starting lineup though. Yeah. Like there's no player like him on England.
Yeah.
That could just like take over a game with creativity and just bring like a different.
Yeah, but these UK lads will say like Rashford's better than him, Saka's better than him. Like,
Saka has not been in form in so long.
They don't believe in Sancho.
It's because they do it in the Prem.
Saka, and that's the only football they watch though. They don't watch German football when it comes out to Prem football.
What English guys gonna watch German football when they're watching
that's
the
the
best
thing.
Premier League, the league in the season?
But that's the thing. Like, but Saka is not a talk anymore. He had a little chats here and there in a couple weeks, but like not anymore. Foden is really top chat. Sterling is really like invisible now. Like he only plays a couple games here and there. You know what I mean? Like Mount is a different position. You can't really compare him to Mount. When it comes down to it, it's just literally Rashford too. Rashford is not really. Like, it's hard. Like Sterling Sancho's a right-sided player, right mid.
Yeah.
He's only season he's been playing in the left.
But he can play right mid. There's some players who can't play right mid. Rashford can't play right mid, and you can tell in for Man U, he cannot play right mid. And if you're picking a player to play right mid, it's Sancho. Greenwood is not a right midfielder player, but he can play it, but he's not a right midfielder. And if anything, Sterling, but Sterling too, like nothing. Sancho's literally has to be in the starting 11. And for Sancho to perform and for Harry Kane to really perform. Harry Kane needs a player like Sancho on the pitch, comparable like Son's quality, like dribbler, like finisher, someone you can play with, someone you can play against, send the ball through. You have a Sancho, you need a Sancho. Rashford on the left. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, it's not even just the pundits. It's like these UK YouTubers who do like their footy podcasts. Like they're not even putting him in the squad. Like, crazy.
A lot of nonsense. But
how do you not know like that he's been putting up 20 and 20 like
because the tunnel vision's on the Prem, bro.
Like
bro,
it could be media too. The media can really be shouting out Premier League over Bundesliga any day.
They do.
You know what I mean, end of the day, you might not hear anything about Sancho unless you go and search for it.
Yeah, and to add on to Jimmy's point about like what the fans are saying, they say, "Oh, Bundesliga tax," but then they're talking about Bellingham and how he needs to be there. Like,
Bro, it's one of those things.
They're
Bro,
on the
I've
same
seen,
team.
yeah, bro. I've literally seen comments like people saying like, "Oh, Bellingham is a better player than Sancho." Like, and then I'm just like, I'm thinking like, how? Like, did you only watch the games against City this season? Were those the only games?
No, they probably only watch Champions League.
And because Sancho
That's the
wasn't fit, you haven't seen him play. Like, it boggles my mind. Like,
I heard Bundesliga not broadcast in England, bro. That's why.
yeah, it boggles my mind. Like sometimes,
But like if you know ball, you gotta know.
They have YouTube.
But the thing is, bro, a lot of these like UK fans, bro, they don't know ball. Like that's the thing.
We just gotta
They know
add the
Arsenal,
footy culture.
They know Spurs, like they know Everton, but they don't know ball. Like they don't actually know. Like they probably think like Dominic Calvert-Lewin is like a better striker than Lewandowski. Like, oh, Lewandowski couldn't do it in the Prem, but DCL can do it in the Prem. And it's like, okay.
Sancho is posting his highlights on his Instagram story for a reason.
So people can see it. Yeah.
What he's doing.
So people can see it, bro.
Sancho's his
They're
own
also
media
happy to see
source.
it, bro.
Sancho's his own media source.
You
He's
gotta
like,
do what you gotta do, bro.
if no one else is doing it for me, I have to reach the English
Bro,
community
those
somehow.
UK guys probably don't even follow him. It's probably all Germans.
He has to ask his boys. Yo, shout out to Sancho
all
back
his
in the Bundesliga winning the title.
Yeah.